There once was a time that chicken nuggets were cheap. Come back. You're paying $7 when you could be having it for this. That is but cheaper. You're looking at $7 to $12 for a chicken nugget meal. I don't have kids, but if I did, I'd be like, wow, you do not pay rent and I gotta pay $10 for your
goddamn chicken nugget meal?
Not today! We're gonna take it away from the new standard, which is French fries and chicken nuggets. No, it's always and should have always been chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. We're gonna put it together and make an incredible meal, including a drink. With all that being said, let's make this, shall we? Simple. Juicy, crunchy, whole dark meat chicken nuggets, creamy mac, and an Earl Grey lemonade. Also, black tea is cheaper, so never mind, forget the Earl Grey. Chicken. First, you'll need 2 pounds or 900 grams of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, cut into bite-sized pieces. Now, in a large bowl, add 1 cup or 240 milliliters of whole milk, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of salt, optionally 1.5 teaspoons or 8 grams of MSG, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of garlic powder, half a teaspoon or half a gram of onion powder, 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of paprika, whisk all that. But wait, if you happen to have dill pickles in your refrigerator, then also add half a cup or 120 milliliters of dill pickle juice. Totally optional, but gem. Once combined, add all your chicken to your milkies and refrigerate covered for at least 10 minutes, but ideally overnight. Now, for the flour dredge. Large bowl, 1.5 cups or 225 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons or 7 grams of salt, half a teaspoon or half a gram of finely ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon or 1 gram of celery powder, optional, unless you happen to have it. It gives kind of a mirepoix flavor, which I like, but not necessary. Half a teaspoon or half a gram of onion powder, 2 tablespoons or 15 grams of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of optional, but yeah. 1 teaspoon to 4 grams of garlic powder. Give that some whiskey business until thoroughly combined and you have your dredge. Let's pause and make our drink inside. If we're gonna make a lemonade, even if it's but cheaper, we're gonna make the most lemoniest lemonade I can fathom. First, small bowl. Half a cup or 112 grams of sugar, followed by the zest of 3 whole lemons. Once it's in, rub that all together with your fingertips to expel as much of the lemon oil from the sugar. Now pop that into a small saucepan, add 1.25 cup or 300 milliliters of water, heat over medium, stirring occasionally until all the sugar is dissolved and your mixture is hot and steamy. Cut off the heat and add 2 black tea bags, steam 5 minutes and strain all that through a fine mesh strainer into a container filled with another 1.25 cup or 300 milliliters of additional plain filtered water. Finally, add the juice of your 3 zested lemons, stir, and you have an Arnold Palmer ready to be poured over ice. Now, mac and cheese doesn't need to be from a box. Yeah, it might take you an extra 10 to 15 minutes to make, but it's at least 2 to 4 times better than the box stuff. Cook 1 pound or 500 grams of macaroni in salted boiling water according to package directions or until al dente. Drain, then in a medium pot, add 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of unsalted butter. Heat over medium. Once melted and bubbling, stir in 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of all-purpose flour and let that cook, stirring often for 30 seconds. Whisk in 1 cup or 240 milliliters of whole milk and mix until just beginning to thicken. Now cut off the heat and add 1.5 cups or 120 grams of grated cheddar cheese and continuously stir until glossy and smooth. Add that cooked macaroni and stir until completely coated in glistening cheesy perfection. And voila. All right, fry time. Get a 7 to 8 quart heavy bottom pot filled about halfway with vegetable oil. Heat to 350 Fahrenheit. Get your dredge. Strain your marinated chicken through a large mesh strainer with a bowl placed underneath. In batches. First, toss your chicken in the flour to coat thoroughly, then back into the marinade, and finally back into the flour, making sure to coat every little crevice of each chicken piece. Place on a baking sheet to the side and bread the rest of your chicken. In batches, you'll carefully add your chicken to the preheated oil and cook for 3 to 5 minutes, or until beautifully golden brown, crispy, and cooked to an internal temperature of 165 Fahrenheit. Remove, place on a wire rack to drain, lightly season with salt while they're piping hot, and they're done. There's not a whole plating sequence here. It's very simple. Glass filled with ice. Pour up your Arnold Palmer. Add a lemon slice if you want to feel a little pinky up, you know. Fill a nice shallow bowl with your chicken. Spoon your mac and cheese into another bowl. Feel free to add a sauce of choice. Literally just mayo and a few grated garlic cloves works beautifully. And you have a family-style chicken nugget meal. And this comes at a price competitive with fast food joints, but a flavor that's first class of its own. Or at least I hope so. Let's find out. Chicken nugget meal. You know, it's not something that we think is expensive, but boy, oh boy. Okay, so chicken, a little dunk. This is a perfect example of technique bringing you home. Oh, and you wash it all down with this little lemonade. Got it. The standard chicken nugget meal has devolved. It's just like French fries and chicken nuggets. Texturally, this balances out more nicely. This is a perfect chicken nugget meal, all for this price. If that's not butt cheaper, I don't know what the goddamn hell is. But you wanna know what I do know is, well, actually not cheap, but very good. B-roll.